actually explain in quite some detail what would happen if you did what you did. So while I'll roll it back this time, I'm not rolling it back again. If you guys fuck about like you did that time, and shit happens, shit happens. So I'll let you off this time. Fundamentally, you are still wanted, but you are not wanted on terrorism charges. Just, you're just a criminal for the purposes of this. At least in this city, you're just a criminal.
So basically, he's got felony levels of property damage or whatever.
And murder.
Ah, yeah, murder, yeah.
See,
because you did murder some
well, the Gen
guards and that.
guards.
Yeah, I don't.
So
Yeah, that's not
you got
that's
that.
not civilian.
Well,
Just so not.
All right, yeah. I mean, it's whatever you want to do. I mean, I'll bitched about it at first, then I thought about it, and then I'm like, you know, it happened. I could play back. I could play an evil prism. I don't know how long I'd live for what I do, but so you know, want to roll back? Cool. If you don't, we'll work it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I think Saradin is my one character that's most okay with something like that happening.
With
well,
what?
actually, I don't know. Maybe Derek wouldn't care. Derek doesn't care about people too much, unless they're his friends.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, how about we start this off? This is 2096, a post-apocalyptic D12 role-playing game set in the not-so-distant future. Intelligence is rewarded, and as we found out last session, stupidity is pretty much punished. Most of the time, all the time. Whatever you do, do not roll a 1, like we might have over and over again. Anyways, this is MC session. If you can recap, you could do whatever. I did start recording when you started talking, because...
Okay, well that's fine. So, at least 2 of you are wanted for murder and property damage for the corpse for Gentech. So, and you have caused a lot of damage. So, but at the moment they're not sure whether that's you or whether that was just some firing that happened. So they are willing to, at the moment, give you the benefit of the doubt. But if you, for instance, carry on in such activities, they may be less willing to do so. So, after attacking the armory, the Gentech armory, and retreating into a tunnel, and then escaping out and collapsing the tunnel after them, what are you guys doing?
Still doing a time skip here, or are we?
No, quite literally. I'll give it a couple of days, maybe.
Well, I think the plan was for Saradin wants to practice on his speech and hacking skills, and I think Lucky should do the same. Saradin is still going to work, though.
Yeah, I did. We said last time I would work on my hacking skills and that, and I would have hacking 2, I think. Yeah, hacking 2 at the start of the session. That I would work on my hacking skills, like in intermittent.
What
like he would work on his hacking skills.
I know I'm not arbiter, but just curious, what level is Lucky?
I think he's supposed to be level 1 still.
I thought he was 2 now.
Yeah, I think you leveled him up to 2.
Yeah, but I don't think I had the XP points for that, because I was looking back at it, and this is my 3rd session. So after this session, I would have the 20 points to level him up.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's just a one strength point difference. So yeah, the other stuff I changed just had to do with the armor and that. There's nothing with a level up.
Right. Okay, that's fine. So,
So yeah, he's still level
so
140.
people are working, people are training. What are the other
Mm.
two people doing? Or the other person, sorry. What is he doing?
What is Prism doing now? He's probably not going to still be there. He's going to go back to the apartment that I was renting. He's going to be, as they have seen him, he's shaken. He actually had some bad nightmares, a lot of bad nightmares about potential outcomes of how bad that could have been. Like really bad. And although his bounty going up would have been a great thing, he's clearly shaken because he went out and he killed a couple of guys, and he hasn't done that. So he's drinking excess amounts and trying to lay low. With Love Doll, maybe. I don't know. Trying to pass the time. And if a couple of days go by, maybe allocate some of these attribute points I haven't done. Did I do that? Did I already ask you?
Yeah, well,
I
you have
already
time if you're just simply laying low, ordering takeaway and the like. That's fine. You can do that. That's perfectly.
Yeah, I'm gonna be getting drone delivery and a couple of Love Dolls and just not Prism's not well.
Okay. Well, while you're at work, Saradin, what are you doing? Are you trying to push again, or are you just being a good employee, or what are you trying to do?
I want to dig a little bit, but more just through like, well, I've been trying. Yeah, I want to try to get down to the 4th level.
Well, you can do that. I mean, you can swing it that you can go and look down there if you wish.
Yeah, I want to do that.
So level 3 is full of levs. Is sort of the levs and the like. And level 4. So you go down for the first time. You go down to the level, which you had to scan to get into, and you had the relevant authority. Now you've got the relevant authority again. You scan to go to the level, and then you scan and you punch in a code to get into the level below. The code's not important; it changes every day anyway. So, and you go downstairs, and when you get to the lower level, you see huge bays. Now the lower level is much larger, much larger than the levels above. So this is very much, and this looks like it is a proper repair bay for much larger vehicles. Now these vehicles of this nature couldn't get in through this main entrance, but you do see a large sort of passageway leading off where you can see some of the larger vehicles will come in and go. These larger vehicles will include this sort of gunhead like mech you saw, or you didn't see, but you will now. That was chasing after. Yeah, it was it. Well, yeah, because the other person's
Yeah, I
not
know.
here.
It's
So,
so funny that like I never knew about that part of it.
well, like I said, this seems to, and this has proper clean rooms. So where they have to take certain parts to certain weapons, they have to
I'm
be
just
dismantling clean rooms. So stuff like that. So yeah, you most probably wouldn't know about it. Thinking about it, not likely to know about it.
so basically I'm I've just been working for their back door or side door or something. They got a
Well-
different main door that they're bringing in stuff through. I feel
Well-
betrayed.
What?
What? They
I'm
don't trust
hurt.
their intern with their stuff going in? They got to go around me?
Look, you know now. Stop crying. Stop crying, you big girl's blouse. So, yeah, you will go down there and you will be delivering a purchase order just to go down, passing it off to an engineer. And there is tight security here. So once you swipe to go downstairs, there are guards on that door. You swipe again, they nod at you. They recognize you, obviously, but you don't recognize them. You've not seen them before, but they clearly recognize you and they let you through. And so you enter the sort of like this, like I said, this level proper. And like I said, there is a lot of very heavy firepower here. Can you make an intelligence roll for me, please? Okay. This kind of firepower isn't generally kept in or beneath a city, really. I mean, maybe through the city authorities, maybe, but not a private corporation. So they've obviously got some justification, but it most probably came through corruption rather than legitimate things. Because, like I said, this kind of thing would normally be restricted to either military organizations or local government. Corps wouldn't generally have. They'd have firepower like this, but generally it would be stored outside of a city.
Okay. I think that's enough information for now. If there is security and stuff, I don't want to push too much. Go anywhere I'm not supposed to.
You can see where the vehicles leave. There are passageways for people to leave as well.
Yeah, I want to try to figure out the gist of the direction they're going relative to the exterior of the building. Because I want to instruct Prism to start staking out where I think those exits are.
Okay. You're going to struggle. You know it goes north. But other than that, you don't know. The problem is you don't know how far it goes north, and you don't know whether it goes left or right. And you could
True.
have a look to see if there are any like underground parking or there's any sort of underground areas that would allow a vehicle like this to enter and carry on. But at this stage, yes. You would either you would need to do some scouting yourself or you would need to send a drone or something down there. But you do notice that it is heavy security, so there are definitely cameras about.
I have an idea, but I'm gonna do a little bit of planning before I do it because I feel like it's kind of ballsy to just try to do it right now.
Okay.
So I think now I know that that is on the north entrance, or exit. Is that where the people and the big cargo vehicle bay also?
No.
They're both on the north?
No, that's not on the north. So it is
okay,
quite
what side's that on?
Hang on. So you said this, so east. No, sorry, west. The west side. West side. West side. West side. In the words of Gangster, West Side. But you do know you're relatively deep. So if it does go, it may have to go down before it goes up. because it may not want to interfere with, power lanes and stuff.
Yeah, I'm assuming that if they got such big vehicles like that they're bringing in here, there's probably quite a big distance of tunnels they're driving them through. Maybe like a subway or something akin to that.
Quite possible.
Because I'm thinking like we're in like the middle of the city, right?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, they're probably not driving them in. They would obviously send off red flags. There's drones everywhere in the city, so they're probably exiting somewhere out of the city. At least for the vehicles. The people exit might actually be close. But I'm assuming that's more of an emergency exit.
That's definitely a possibility.
Well, yeah, I think that's all I can do.
Okay. That's fine. So you can head back and you can discuss it with the rest if you wish.
Yeah. I get home from work.
Right. Okay. So you get home from work. People are there. You are free
Yeah,
to
lucky there.
discuss.
Yeah, so guys, the mech down there on level 4.
Huh?
Hey, Prism here?
I was gonna say I'd probably be at my place. You don't know where Prism is, so I don't know if I'd be there. Hold on. Yeah, I'd be laying
Well, we
post.
could probably call
You could always
You
call.
can calm me.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'll just call them.
Yeah, I'll call Prism then.
Yeah, so we call Prism and we meet up somewhere.
He's gotta come to us.
Prism's
Actually,
meh.
no, we should go to him. He shouldn't be going out.
Yeah, let's go to him. Let's go to him. So we call Prism and then we meet him wherever he is.
I'm gonna be difficult. I'm gonna look at it. I'll pick up. What do you want?
Got a mech at my work.
I'm sorry. You said a what?
They got like a mech thing. It's got a big gun. They're keeping it on level 4. They got like a. I'm thinking they might have a whole secret tunnel that they're driving in these big vehicles into down there.
Do I have a picture of the mech that was chasing us through my drones? I'm sure I do, right?
Yes, yeah,
probably
you
like-
definitely have.
I can just see me sitting in the apartment, like watching this thing and replaying it. I'm gonna like take a still shot screenshot and I'm gonna send it over to Sheridan. Is like kind of like this.
And yes, it is. Exactly like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks the same.
That's good. That's great. Look at my empty bottle of shine. Is there like a little? Have I like? I shouldn't leave the apartment, but I need to. I'm gonna say I scrubbed my armor in a couple of days and stuff. Where do you want to meet?
You could-
'Cause-
You could always respray it if you wish.
Yeah, whatever's gonna.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you'll find no one's gonna know who you are until you take off your helmet, basically.
All right, that's fine. I'll be like, well, where do you want to meet? Because they're not gonna know where I'm at.
Let's actually meet at my work.
What?
Well, after hours, they're not gonna expect us to be there. But I want to do some recon. You got your drones, right?
Go like be petting him or something. The little guy is.
Okay, basically what I found is that there is a tunnel that goes off to the north side that looks like a people exit. and
Mhm.
there's a big bay that goes off on the west side that I think leads to a tunnel. So there's these two tunnels that I think we should try to look for entrances to. We might even want to see if we can figure out like other tunnel networks. We can like ask around. Are tunnel people?
Are there what? Tunnel people. I would ask one of our mutant friends, but they seem to be all not around anymore. They might know. You know, the guys who are from the. Actually, isn't Lucky? Aren't you from this area?
Lucky.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Thinking about. Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
gonna. Yeah, we're on. I'm gonna
No,
say.
I'll-
Don't you have? I don't know. Don't you know
do I
anyone?
roll? What would I roll for connections?
And what kind of why are you what are you rolling in your connections for?
Okay, so I'm rolling connections to see
I think
to
we're just
find
looking for like
information.
homeless people that live in the sewer, basically.
Anyone's got info on these
A
tunnels?
you know, a local, someone that knows their way around.
Oh yeah, the Toshes.
Okay. Well, that's fine. So, yeah, we'll make a roll against your connections, criminal connections.
So would it be something like intelligence or perception?
Well, if you're in contact, if you're getting in contact with people, which you are trying to do, then it's
Mm.
more likely to be charisma because you're supposed to be talking to people.
Um. Okay, and then so street connections. There's no bonus there, so it's just 1d12 plus 2. Okay.
I feel like something like this should be like a mix of a lot of skills. Really
But
depends.
initially, you are
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
to your connections, but depending on what you roll, natural 12.
Hey,
Okay.
12. Natural
So-
12.
Well, there's
That's all right. So you will, you happen to know someone directly. In fact, he's he's been down in the sewers and the like, because there's more than just the sewers down there. They use the power areas and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
so you will so you know you have a good connection currently.
So there's the sewers, the subway tunnels, and everything in between.
Yeah,
Everything kind of
power and
connected.
stuff.
a storm drain.
Yes,
Yeah. So there's
that's
like homeless
sanitation, really.
communities
Just
that that kind of build up there. It's the cracks of society, the cracks and crevices society leaves behind.
indeed. So, you can go and talk to him if you wish.
All right, I do that.
Okay. Well, are you both joining him, or are you leaving him to do his own bit, or what?
No, I want to go with him. I gotta meet this guy.
Where is this guy?
Oh, but before we go, we should probably pick up like an advanced subsonic imager if we're gonna try to look around through the walls and stuff. Prism, what do you think about getting like a black light or something? Also,
Probably come in handy, wouldn't it?
I think it's gonna be tricky figuring out exactly where it is because I'm under the impression all of these tunnels are gonna be like 4 stories underground, probably quite a bit more than that.
More than that, because the top, the standard
Are
2 levels are car parks, and they're slightly larger than, excuse me, slightly larger than a standard floor, and then the
Probably like
floor below that is the lev floor, so that's going to be most probably twice, and then you've got the floor beneath that, which is the tank floor, which is most probably sort of 3 or 4 times. So you are looking quite some distance by the time you get to the bottom.
I'm gonna,
at least 100 feet.
I'm gonna say these subsonic imagers. Not that I'm a relic hunter. I don't think they go that deep. If it's as deep as you're saying, we might have to figure something else
No,
out.
no, no, no. It's not that they would, but not from the surface. But we're going to be going through the sewer tunnels. It's
It
possible
doesn't.
they might pass within a few meters of each other.
Curious, Sheridan, how many sewers have you been through? Because I've been through a couple of
I-
megacities and a couple of sewers, and usually it doesn't end up very well. I can tell you this one time that I was going through, and well, somebody blew up some stuff, and some stuff fell on me. I'm pretty good with the sewer crawl, honestly. Thinking about it.
It's that limited exits issue.
Yeah. I'm not saying I'm claustrophobic,
It's
but
like-
I said, once you have like a bunch of stuff fall on you because somebody uses a grenade and some other people do stupid things, kind of turns you off on the whole sewer dun crawl thing. You know what I mean?
Well, the other option is just outright finding the entrance. But it's a lot easier if we can find the middle of it and then follow it to the direction.
That's good. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna do some errands. Why don't you guys check that out? I'm going to try a couple of. I'm gonna see if I can't come up with something. Okay. And I'll get in touch with you guys. How about that?
Well,
Hmm?
they need permits, right?
Dude, what do I look like? A building inspector?
They hired contractors to build this, right?
It's a
There's
mega
gotta be
store.
some record.
They have their own.
Right.
I
Okay, just to make you aware, they don't need to hire contractors.
Yeah.
They have contractors to do their work
But
that work for
But
them all
if
the
we
time.
dig deep enough or hack the right place or something, we might be able to find some
No,
map,
you might
is
be
what
able
I'm
to, but
thinking.
you.
So what I was thinking is I kind of want to bullshit them, the guards down there, and be like, hey, the fire marshal said that we need an updated map. I can't access it from my system or something. Can you help me fill in a map to send to the fire marshal?
Not a chance.
Okay, they're not likely to take that
Yeah, no.
because this, like I said, this is an ultra secure level. So asking somebody for a map, regardless of how charming you are, is not gonna work.
Yeah.
Not,
I'll have to drag a fire marshal down there with me.
yeah. Again, that's
saying
still
hi.
not gonna work.
Saying hi. The fire marshal wants to come inspect your home, but can he just have a copy of your key to enter, so he can come and inspect your home?
Yeah. Again, no, I think not.
Okay.
I asked them if I can take pictures to send to the fire inspector,
Right. Okay.
fire marshal.
Right. Okay. They would know. Right. You would know that they would know if a fire marshal would be due. Okay. You can't turn up and go. Well, you could try. And also, regardless of how charming you are, again, there are limits to how that works because there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
So asking for a map, no. But you could, for instance, try and hack the systems while you're down there and download something.
Okay. So we have two available routes currently. Go down there and hack the system to try and find some sort of map. Whether it's an electrical grid might give us some information.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen places I can access.
Yeah.
Well,
And then the second option is to get the
ask nicely.
the underground. No, that's not the option. Is to get the underground imaging camera or whatever you called it, the sensor thingamajig, and then
Yeah.
find a place close enough where we would be able to pick up the tunnels and kind of just like go in a circle around the building trying to see if we can pick up the tunnels leading
Well, no,
away.
I know which directions they go.
Yeah,
I
so we
think.
just but then the tunnels don't necessarily go in a straight line. So, like, we can check if they go in a straight line,
Yeah.
but they don't necessarily do so. So yeah, we would just
Well,
have to.
we could also just the other idea, ask nicely. If we ask
Okay.
around and we ask the right person the right thing, they might just tell us.
Okay. If we fail,
I'm banking on the fact we might find this homeless person that's like, oh yeah, I've seen a bunch of like military stuff disappearing underground over there. And everyone's gonna like dismiss them, like, no, military stuff doesn't just disappear. Why would they be moving that stuff into the city? You know? But this homeless person saw it.
Okay.
okay, that actually sounds more plausible. But it would be more likely to be, say, this warehouse always seems to be loaded, but I rarely see it unemptied. Like, I rarely see stuff coming out of the warehouse, but there's always stuff going in.
Yeah. We need to like ask about rumors and stuff. And this would be, I would say, north direction. But we're assuming somewhere north-ish. Because it doesn't make sense for the area to be on the south side of the building. I would assume maybe it turns to the east or west, but like still north-ish. Or else why wouldn't you just put it on the east or west side?
Mhm.
Gotta meet up with this homeless person to ask questions.
Right. Are you still looking to meet up with this homeless person?
Yeah, let's meet the
Yes.
homeless person who knows the area.
Okay. So, he actually doesn't. You actually have to meet him down in one of the subways.
No, that
He's
makes sense.
he's not used to like that kind of daylight anymore, anyway. So, and he is quite a scruffy individual. You know, he's wearing multiple shirts and sort of
I'm gonna like put on my armor for this just in case. I'm going to a
most
bad part of town.
the underground is no worse than anywhere else, to be honest.
Well, I'm not ruining my suit or my nice clothes.
All right, all right.
Yeah, you
Calm
will.
down. Calm down. Fucking hell.
Like, he wears his armor anyway. Like, no matter where he is, he's probably wearing his armor.
Well, that's fine. So, this is Joseph. No, we'll call him Maximilian. He's Maximilian.
Is he one of those people that goes by their full name?
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't
So,
like
and
Max.
you must. Yeah, no, you don't. You call him Maximilian. And you know, Maximilian has been. He's been underground all of his life. So you know, you're pretty sure he was most probably born down here, and will most probably die down here. So, if anybody knows anything about the tunnels, it's likely to be him. So, when you meet up, he's standing outside some sort of food stand, some sort of like junk food or noodles or whatever. And he's picking at a bowl of noodles, and he's sat there waiting for it. Well, he's stood there leaning against a wall waiting for you.
Okay. So Lucky's gonna walk up to him and say, Maximilian, Maxi boy, Millie, how have you been?
He looks at you, pauses in his halfway through his eating, and goes, "I'm all right. What do you want?"
Straight to the point is always Maximilian.
Well,
All right. So,
you really only come and you don't normally make social visits to me. Let's be honest. Let's be clear about this. So yeah, what's
yeah,
up?
fair enough. Um, have you heard anything about? Okay, wait. Out of character, quickly. the which area would the tunnel be? So the building, and then the tunnel leads to the.
West is the mech entrance, the really big one. Then the north is the people one.
So I'm gonna ask about the west because that's more noticeable
Yeah,
than the people
yes.
one. Yeah.
I would assume the
So-
people one is probably more like an emergency exit,
Yeah.
but stuff is most likely going in through the west.
Right.
So I'll ask about the west. Any rumors about the west area of that building? Of like, yeah. So have
I got a better idea. Ask him in which area, because we're thinking in that general area. They have to move in big vehicles. These are gonna shake the ground. There's gonna be a rumbling in the tunnels nearby. So we gotta ask for if in that general area, if there's coincidentally this like rumbling and stuff that they can't explain.
He ponders for a moment. Rumbling. Big vehicles, you say, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
big ones. Like not typically ones you'd see in the city.
Yeah.
Right. And you say it's the Gentip.
You
Yeah, in
wait,
the
was
surround.
that Chase the other day? Did that get to the news?
What? What?
I mean, like, did you see that mech that was out in the city the other day?
Oh, on the news, he was chasing down some media who started a fight. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I heard that they got several of those. Gentech, they got one of those stored down in this place, and we heard that they got another one stored at another facility.
Okay.
Apparently,
well,
they're moving them around all over the place under the city.
Well, they're corps. They do what they do. We don't get involved mostly. So yeah. So big. Hang on. Okay, follow me. So he starts off down the corridor. While this is happening, what are you doing? Oh, illustrious prism.
Oh God, what am I doing? There's a couple of things. Did you see that message I sent you there? Over in
What
Roll 20.
message?
Roll 20.
Oh, roll 20. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, there's a
Hang on.
whisper for you for that. And then what I would like to do is, I know you like the connections and stuff. I'm gonna send my connections a picture of the mechs and be like, any interest in this? And then I'd like to get in my little UTV, grab a black light and a pair of binoculars, and use my luck to go like outside of the city to, we're gonna say, the north, and find a nice little spot, maybe on a hill, and I'm just gonna sit and watch the sunrise. What time of day is it?
Well, it's most probably sort of, well, about evening now, sort of mid-evening, sort of 8 o'clock-ish.
All right, I'd like to see if I can get lucky with this. I'm just gonna go sit and stare off in the desert for anything unusual. You know, because we've got all these. Let's just try shit.
Okay.
That's what I'm
So, you do get confirmation.
about the mech or the other thing.
The confirmation, yes, they are interested in it, but they don't want it coming back on them. So if you're going to take it, it's got to be subtly, or they don't want to roll around in a hot mech.
No, that won't be easy. All right, I'm not gonna. What am I gonna send back? I'm gonna send back. Okay, that's literally all they're gonna get. It's okay.
Yeah. So it sold the item, and the agreed price was $250,000.
That's it. said 21 mil for a quick sale.
If you wanted a quick and quiet sale, that's what you're getting. You don't have to sell it, but
I'm just reading back what you said.
okay.
Whatever's going to bring in more money, because that's nothing for this stuff.
So you want to wait?
Yep. Because
Okay,
it was going up for auction, remember, to get more.
Yes.
So.
Well, like I said, if you wanted a quick sale, you could accept that at auction.
Okay. We'll just hold on to it then.
Okay. Then that's fine. Back to the other two. Right. He leads you through a series of tunnels. I want both of you to make perception checks. This is quite challenging, but Sheridan's got no idea.
I need to get glasses or something.
Okay, so my perception is 8. Come on.
So 16. Okay, you realise that he's taking you is he's taking you down and quite decent. And you reckon you've gone down most probably sort of 12 or 15 floors. Because it's difficult to say because it's not going down one set of switchback stairs. You've gone down switchbacks, and then you've gone down, and you've gone down an escalator, and then you've gone down, and it's yeah. So he brings you along and says, "Right, righty ho then. Right, I think we're at about the right level. If we go this way," and he points down a side tunnel with a security door, which he says, "Yeah, that's not a problem. If you head this way, I think we're going to get close to the bottom of the building you were talking about, or as close to the bottom of the building as we can, because I don't think much goes on underneath it. But anyway, yeah, follow me." So he takes you down that corridor. You come down, and there is, well, after about 5 minutes walk, you finally pull off down to a side, a side area, and he says, "Right, okay, this is as close as I can get you to this area." Now, it's still some distance from the building, because the building you're talking about, there isn't much beneath it, because the undergrounds don't go via it. So it's not a case that there's anything nearby you can go into. That could have been quite deliberate, just because they know people aren't around, so the people aren't going to accidentally, knock a hole in a wall and pop out in their secret base or whatever it is. But this is as close as you're going to get, and I reckon there's most probably about 10 meters of rock between you and them, and I don't think we're at the bottom level yet. I think this may be sort of halfway. I don't know.
I mean, this is close enough, I think.
I
Have to
definitely
come
think
back
so.
here with some equipment and doing stuff.
Yeah. So am I able to jot down the
Yes.
route we've taken to come here? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
So
Now, I'm assuming that that stuff is on its own network and stuff, but is it at least the area around here? Is there maps of it we could get?
Yeah, you can download maps of this area. Yeah.
I'm assuming there's going to be a suspicious gap where the building tunnel is or something.
Well, no, there's just no. It's not so much a gap. It's just nothing beneath the building to interfere. So, the first 2 floors push everything else down far enough so the majority of, because there's no underground near it and there are no underpasses near it, people don't go down near it. So the only thing that they would have is the car parks underneath it. And you can see without much of an issue they've had planning permission to build lower levels and build a larger lower level. But again, it's a bit unclear how big this lower level is. And again, it's also unclear as to the exits and entrances. It's like they've obviously paid people to make it so not many questions are asked.
Okay. I'm gonna thank Maximilian. Yeah. Thank you, Maximilian. You're a gem as always.
Have you got any smokes?
Yeah. I'll give him money for 2 packs of smokes.
Thanks, man. Cheers. Hey, it's off.
All the best.
Like
Much would that-
2,800 credits.
Hmm?
I think I have it actually on my poster.
Okay, so you give him some money for some cigarettes. Knock off the money.
How much is a pack of smokes?
I'm looking at equipment.
Yeah, I've got the thing open to equipment.
Cigarettes is 1,200.
So you've got to give 2,400 for a couple of packs of fags.
Yeah.
Couple of packs of fags.
Okay. So the money scaling's a bit different, but yeah, that's fine.
Oh yeah, no. This game is not cheap. Not cheap for anyone. Well, it's not a big deal for me, but I've effectively got infinite money, so.
Why can't people just vape? That'd be cheaper.
Sorry.
Come on, they gotta
Boom.
figure out like an artificial way of getting nicotine.
Well, maybe it's so far in the future that they're talking about smokes and it's just a pack of disposable.
No, it's a luxury. It's because it's a luxury thing. People like the feeling of tobacco and stuff, the burning.
I am having
It's
a
not the
fake.
same.
I am having a fake. So, he buggers off. You pay him. He buggers off. You have a way to get as close as you think you reasonably can, and it is pretty close. When you leave, because he can lead you to a more direct. You can leave via a more direct exit. You can actually see the building that you're actually looking for.
So that's so it's very, very close. So
yes.
I think we should go look for some equipment, maybe to like.
Yeah, let's try to meet up with Prism. Talk a strategy.
So, well, that's all right. I mean, what do you want to do? Meet up with Prism? Prism is you get a call. You get a call, Prism. Someone wants to speak to you. Do you want to speak to them?
Who is it?
I'll let them answer that.
You know, because as I'm sitting on my UTV on the outskirts of town watching the sunset, looking around for anything suspicious using my drones, sipping my wormshine, Prism's feeling okay at the moment.
Okay, well, if you're looking around using your drones, can you please make a perception roll?
I can. You're going to love my perception now.
Oh my god, how did I never see that?
Do I get a bonus for the drones? Oh, fuck yes.
I saw a new thing added to the book that I didn't see before. And I need it with these characters.
There you go.
Right, okay, so.
You're welcome.
Oh, sit down. Sorry, I had to stand up. Right, oh, blimey.
Yeah.
Maximum rolled.
Fuck.
Right, okay. with that role,
Mhm.
when you're looking around and sending your drones out and about, you see vehicles, and these aren't big vehicles, these aren't trucks or anything, these are like small cars and whatever. They seem to be entering and leaving an area. It's not a regular stream, but you see a car go in, occasionally a car come out. What looks like an underground area just outside the city. As in, this may be a dodgy entrance. Maybe.
Oh,
But you definitely couldn't. You
Sorry.
definitely couldn't fit tanks down it.
Mm-hmm. It's either further out or somewhere else. But still, that's something. I'll pick up if I get a comm. If my comm's tripping, I'm sure I'm annoyed again. I'll be like, yeah, Sheridan, what do you guys got?
I think we got within about 10 meters of where the tunnel might be. We just need to get some imaging stuff down there and see if we can then
Yeah.
follow which direction the tunnel goes in. We might be able to figure out where it pops out.
I'm gonna send a drone to recon while this is happening, by the way. That entrance. Like, is there a road
Okay.
going up to it or whatnot, you know?
Not a proper road, but there is dirt track.
Are they going back? Are the vehicles going back to the baseland?
Yes. So the vehicles, if it is a secret entrance, the vehicles go in to baseland, and then come out.
Ooh. Do I see? Are any vehicles going in now, like towards it?
Make a luck roll. If you're lucky, there is, and if not, there isn't.
Hold on. Let me see what my adjusted luck is. I think it's almost. It goes up by 2, so that's 10. So hold on. 11. It's just almost 12. Is that right? Hold on. Give me a second. I gotta do some thing because perception's so high, my luck goes up. So 1, 2, 3. My luck is now 12 too. Oh, that's fucking perfect.
Actually, yeah, that's good enough. There's a vehicle, a car. Looks a bit beat up, but yeah, definitely a car.
I'm gonna try to get the drone to catch a ride on it or under it. You know, someplace out of the way if I can.
Yeah, I mean, it's not in a great position, so it can wedge itself in if you want it to.
Yeah, just find a nice little place to might be out of the way and unnoticed. You know. I'm gonna send you guys. Well, I don't know. I got something up here. I'm gonna ping my location to them. If you guys want to check it out, it's not a big entrance, but this might be where your coworkers come in and out.
Yeah, I'll go check out where he is. Sheridan?
He's like, nope.
Yeah. Maybe we can start working.
Sorry, what?
What was that?
We're just gonna like walk into the so-called tunnel we're using and
Well, no.
walk
Okay.
in.
Sending I'm
No.
trying to get some of my drones in. I mean, well, if here's what I'm thinking. If there's a larger entrance, it's going to be out further or in another area. I was just kind of out here taking a pot lock shot. What do you call it? I don't know. Whatever. You know what I mean. I just went out here to see if I could get lucky. Not that kind of lucky. Not you lucky. Never mind. I'll shut up. Anyways, I don't think you guys need to come out here and meet me. I'm just gonna see if I can't get a drone in, maybe.
Well, need someone in.
Okay, so
And
we
around in the tunnel.
with Prism's position, does it match up to the entrance that that Sheridan found? Like, is it to the west of the building and everything?
Uh,
No,
roll a
he's on the
d4.
north, I think, where the people are coming in and out.
So,
Mhm.
No,
roll.
right. Roll a d4 for me, please.
Okay.
Blasphemy.
Let's see. D4.
Right.
Is 18.
You rolled a 2, so no, it's actually yes, it's on the west side. West side. West side.
West.
Sorry, never eat. No, it's east side. Sorry. So no, it's on the opposite side to the entrance that you think that. Yes, because it's never eat shredded wheat. So north, east, southwest. So east is 2. So he is on the east side, not on the west side. So he is. It is. If it. If I mean, it could be. But according
I
to
mean,
But
I'm
if-
him,
still under the impression there's a ton of secret tunnels all over the place.
oh yes, there
No,
undoubtedly
we
will.
got people living down there we didn't even know about. So maybe it's just
Well,
another
like
corporate secret
Raccoon
tunnel.
City here.
I think we gotta check this out.
Well, yeah, Maximilian has lived his whole life in the tunnels. There's whole communities down.
Oh yeah, no, everybody knows there are communities down here.
Mm.
You
So
know, it's there's no secret about it.
Yeah, I think our next course of action is to look into get a subsonic imager we can use to try and map out the tunnels with our new closest vantage point we've gotten with Maximilian's.
Check something.
So I don't think it's contract.
No. I was just looking at it. It's 2,200,000.
What 22,000?
220,000. I believe.
220.
Yeah, it's not cheap equipment. It is very expensive. You can hire it if you want.
I thought Prism got one already.
What? What?
Subsonic
Advanced
image.
subsonic imager.
No. Fucking kidding. I got myself blacklight.
Yeah, that won't do.
No, we need an advanced subsonic imager.
How much would it
I
be?
was gonna. Oh no, we have enough. I can get one.
But doesn't it only do like 10 meters?
It's 20. The advanced one is 20.
Yeah, the advanced one is 20.
But
Tack
I'm trying to
photos.
figure out if I can haul it around.
Where do you guys see that it's 220? It says 22,000.
Yeah, I'm seeing the
I
same
just couldn't
thing.
speak correctly.
All right, I was like, it's not 220,000. It's 22,000 for fucking subsonic imager.
Yeah, I'm seeing the same on my
Jesus,
player
alright.
pack page.
I was confused. I had to actually look. I'm like, I'm pretty sure. Actually, mainly use solar desert worms.
Isn't it a different thing?
I was just looking at the pulse wave generator. Calling
yeah.
us. What's it called? Come on,
That-
Dune.
Those
Us.
those thump.
Yeah, it's like a thumper. But it emits pulses, I believe. Yeah. So it's not really a thumper, but there are thumpers. What else? No, that's it. What's going on with my drone? Was it able to?
Yep, it was definitely able to attract a ride. What's the rain on the drone?
You know, that's another good question. I don't know if it's in my notes somewhere. Hold on. Somewhere in here we have drone, because this was a question before. I just don't know where I put it. Hold on. Cooking table. We have that. No. Weapons. Excuse me. I'm not tired. Where are my drones? That needs to be. I know it's in here somewhere. I don't remember. What do you think a little recon drone should be able to do?
Well, I don't think you're much more than a mile because it's only a little recon drone,
Yeah.
so the transmitter won't be. Kilometer's
Two.
fine.
Yeah, we'll say a kilometer. I think it was in here somewhere. Like it's about that. It might be 2.
I'm going to buy, I think, an armored backpack and then an sonic imager.
If I don't lose, if I can track it, obviously, on my little comm term in my whatever, I can track it. If it's going towards town, I'm going to try to stay above it,
Okay.
so I don't lose it. Maybe if I can do that until I do lose it, if it gets in without being detected.
Okay. It will. Yeah.
So I'll try to keep it in range. Yes.
So it won't enter the. It does. It seems to have stopped. Not far from the city centre. It's just outside the wall at the moment.
Do I have any visual on
But
this
it seems.
thing?
No. It is underground.
That's fine.
So it looks like there's a proper underground route into the city.
I'm guessing a security checkpoint.
Well, you don't know whether it's legitimate or otherwise. If you access the camera on it, it doesn't look like there's definitely a checkpoint, but it doesn't look like. And there are people in armor and carrying guns, and people are handing over cash to get in, like a toll booth.
What?
But it doesn't look like it's a city-based one.
What? Fucking smugglers? Do they look like Gentech or no?
They look like mercs. It doesn't look like they got any particular markings. So somebody could be just hiring them just to keep an eye.
Did I get any visual when it entered? Like, were there turrets? Was there, like, this entrance? Is it a door? Is it
The
just
entrance
open?
Yeah, it's almost like a portcullis like thing, really. There's a heavy door that will slams down between each car. From what you can see, actually, it's not automated. You can see that seem to be people on the inside who are sort of like hauling on it to bring it up whenever they need to.
It's not really what I was expecting to find, I guess. Huh. I'm gonna send a message to the others. What are you guys doing?
Oh, I'm doing some shopping so I could meet up with Lucky and we can do more recon stuff.
Well, I just picked up an interesting thing. I'm gonna relay the information of like what this entrance is, about the guys inside that open and close it, mercs, and then what I just saw with the cash changing hands to get in, and the vehicle was beat up. So smugglers? Is this a back way in and out of the city?
I don't know. Maybe. The pay for entrance.
I'm tempted to try and see, if I had somebody who was amazingly charming with me. That might aid in this.
Literally, give me like 2 more minutes or something IRL. I'll be ready.
Hmm. Unless you guys are going back down. What's your plan? You right now? What are you two up to?
So we were gonna buy the edger thing, and then go down to our vantage point.
I'm making sure that I'm armed, that I can actually handle combat, and if we end up getting in a sticky situation.
All right. Well, it's gonna take you a while. Well, if you guys are doing that, I'm gonna go check this entrance out. I want to see. I want to see what happens.
Right. Okay.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Okay. So while they're busy doing the shopping, you're going to head in, are you? With
I'm
your
gonna.
vehicle.
I'd like to
vehicle.
try. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, nothing stops you.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
It is very well disguised, though. You have to acknowledge that it's very well disguised, in the fact that it's a dirt track, and the dirt track after a while begins to peter out, and you can see it just go straight into sand. You turn around a few dunes, and then you basically see it almost catches you unaware. It basically drops away into a dune. And you drive over the edge and you head down into the dune itself, and then under it. And after about 20 minutes of driving around, up ahead of you, you see. I'm not going to say it's a vast queue. I mean, by the time you get there, you're likely to be, the next one in the queue. But there's definitely a queue for people coming and going, and from what you can see, money is changing hands both ways, so they're paying to leave and paying to go enter as well.
How big is this tunnel, by the way? Can I do a UE or turn around if I need to?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, it's big enough for that. I mean, like I said, it's not big enough for a truck, but you could definitely do a 3-point turn in it.
I'm gonna continue. I want to see where it goes. This might be of use to us at some point.
Right. So, well, like I said, after about 20 minutes, you turn up and you can see the gate up ahead. Like I said, you're next in the queue.
Are there sensors going off, or is it literally just pass money and going kind of thing?
There's quite literally no sensors. It's just basically people with guns standing outside a door.
I'm gonna say this is a smuggler's route. Maybe. That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna pull up.
Okay. So you pull up. Guard comes up to the side of the vehicle. Have you wound down your windows, or you?
Oh, there's no windows on this. So the UTV is all open on the top. There's just a windscreen up front. It's like a the Can-Ams, which go off-roading. It's basically what a UTV is. Yeah. So it's got a roof.
So he's
windscreen. I'm gonna look and be like, what's the price now?
He looks at you. Weren't you told?
Just fine. Pull out a vault card.
Pull out a what?
Vault card.
Okay. He goes. Hang on. He goes back, and he's got like a reading machine. Sum up or whatever you want to call it.
Clipboard.
He sticks it out.
Can I see how much?
Make a perception roll, because he's not making any effort to show you. He's just holding it out. So you might have to crane your neck. Yeah, it's not clear, but you think it's going to be most probably sort of 10 or 12, 10 or... Well, somewhere between 10 and 20, you think? It's a bit unclear.
I'll find out
But-
once it's taken off my vault card.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, he swipes it. Yep, that's done. He says, yeah, go on through.
Thanks.
And the gate is pulled up. As you drive through, you see on the right, as you drive through, you can see actually there's a wheel, and you can see there's people actually chained to it, and they're turning the wheel to open, to lower, open the door. It's really rather primitive, but you know.
Hey, Mad Max shit. Yeah, we are in. That's fine. Be like, fuck.
So
Great, whatever works.
well, it definitely does work. So you come out into the. You come out. You're now pretty sure you're now above the city. Sorry, below the city. You can basically just follow the road, and it leads you to what you're pretty sure is an underpass, but it's fairly well. It's not used very much, and you can see that this has actually been cut. It's been faced, and it looks like a genuine tunnel, but you're pretty sure that this wasn't, because the way the tunnel is laid out, it doesn't really match the rest of the tunnel when you get into it. But you're now in an underpass, and you go out. Where are you going now?
Well, underpass. I'm still in the city or under it, for the most part. Sorry, you said.
For the moment, you are. Well, for the moment, you're under it, but it won't take very long for you to leave because, like I said, this underpass is not big.
Okay. So I just found a back way in and out of the city. Cool.
Okay.
Unless there's
So
other paths or something that I'm missing.
Well, you would assume that there are multiple routes, lots of routes in and out of the city.
All right, that's it. Thank you.
No problem. So, the other two, you turn up. I presume you've bought what you wanted, and now you're heading down back to the location, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's an advanced, an advanced subsonic imager, and can penetrate up to 20 meters below ground.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
so,
I was more worried about having a backpack and making sure that I could actually carry the thing. And then also making
I
sure
get
that I'd have ammo and stuff.
Okay, well, that's fine. How heavy is it?
It's only 4,
Oh, right,
Yeah.
okay. So it's not that
but
bad.
it's not actually that bad. I can carry it.
So, well, that's fine. You set up the imaging scope, or the imager, and you set it off. And very quickly, you can see that you are about 2/3 of the way down. You're not on the ground yet, but you can definitely see the main tunnel, because you're at the corner near the main tunnel out on the west. And you can see that the main tunnel moves off ahead. You think it might bend north, but you're not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I should probably try to follow it.
Okay. Right, okay. So I need you to make a luck roll.
Me too.
Yeah, I'll give
Yes,
me 1
both of you.
second.
Oh, this is where I should come in clutch. Let me just double check something quickly. Bravery
I'm just gonna go and have a pee. I'll be right back.
No problem. Okay, so no increase.
Panicked for a little bit because I'm like, I got Seridan a pistol and he can use munitions and stuff. But I'm like, oh shit, Seridan's only got 2 perception. Like, do you know what that does when you have such low perception? That gives me a hit probability positive. I'm only hitting someone if I can roll above a 10 on a d12.
Whose feedback is that? Is that Steve? Is that you? Yeah, it is.
If that doesn't do, I don't know what will.
That's a lot of feet. Yeah, no, it's still doing it. Discord, blame Discord. I thought it was me for a minute. Wait, what do you have for to hit there, Sheridan? What'd you say? Sorry, I am paying attention. I'm just fucking.
I have 2 perception, so I have a hit probability of 7 right now, plus the +3 hit probability from the 2 perception. So I'm at a 10 to hit right now. So I was looking at what can I do to not be so shit. So
Upgrade
I
your
got
eyes.
no, I can't do that. No, we talked about that.
Mhm,
Going
mhm.
into my job, somewhat just having expensive bionic eyes
I don't know.
and stuff is a bit of a red flag. So I instead got INHR for my helmet. So that's at least a +2. +2 for a laser sight, and then a +1 for a regular, like 5 times or 0.5 times scope or something like that. So I'm at least at a 10 minus 5, so I'm at a 5 to hit. So I'm actually pretty good, I think.
You are blind as a mother.
Yep.
But I want to get into using like grenade launchers and stuff with special ammo, shotguns too.
Donk.
I just like special ammo.
Donk. All right, so I'm happy I found
watched
a smugglers. What? You're happy? What? Was I on the east side? Is that
Oh
where
no,
was?
I watched a video where people bought because legally 20mm grenade launchers aren't classified as grenade launchers. They have to be like 30mm to be considered a grenade launcher. Because the smaller ones, as long as you're shooting non-lethal rounds, they can be used for shooting like flares, other animal deterrents and stuff. So for accessibility and stuff, they're legal to buy. But I saw a video where someone shot a non-lethal concussive round at point blank. Now, it wasn't something they already were, like, shattered the skull, but when they shot it at point blank, they were able to get the concussive round into the skull, and then it detonated in the skull and blew up the head.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that was just a 20mm. So I'm like, it is, for all intents and purposes, a giant bullet. And it's not.
Now, is this stuff on? Are you watching this on YouTube, or how are you getting this kind of content? That's not.
I
This sounds like
have
a
been
really.
watching several different ballistics YouTube channels that go into detail, like the muzzle velocity of the guns, the penetration that they have in different substances and stuff, to actually try to quantify how deadly they are. Basically, they concluded that even a non-lethal gun shooting non-lethal stuff can be lethal depending on how you hit someone.
Well, listen, kids. I have quote unquote non-lethal weapons that can. Yeah, it will shatter your. It will crack your skull and it will knock you the f out. One of these rounds that I have. Because I don't have anything that's actual lethal. Not at all. But I'm just saying, even my non-lethal stuff, if I pull that out, yeah, you're done, dude. You're gonna feel like you got hit with real rounds, and that's usually enough to deter most people, because most people are not running around with body armor.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Back again. What's up?
I am.
So, is that the luck rolls? The 9 and the 23?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so, using the equipment, you've managed to find a tunnel that will allow you to follow it for some distance. Now, this continues west for about 100 meters. Well, we'll say about 250 meters. And then it begins to slope down. It is at this point I need another luck roll.
Uh-oh. Here comes the burrowers. Burrowers.
Okay. And for Evo,
So, oof.
oh, right, okay. So, you come off, and you go, oh, there's another path. So you start moving down the tunnel. I need both of you to make speed checks, please. I feel the need for speed.
Lucky is cost.
The one who's... Why do I have a hairband in my...
Lucky is typing. Just typed 1d12 plus 10.
Lucky,
Congratulations, that won't roll.
Yeah, right. Steve, you want to do something for me? Speaking of rolling.
Okay,
Critical.
so you
Turn your 3D dice
as
on.
you shut up,
Sorry.
you.
Sorry.
So you head off down that order, and lucky, you quite literally are lucky in the fact that you step over it, you step on this, what you don't realise is a loose board, and you carry on. Unfortunately, you weaken it so much that Seradin falls through it. Now, don't worry, you rolled 11, so you did enough to catch yourself. But you definitely have. There was definitely a dodgy floorboard there, and you come out and your feet are coated in brackish water, and I mean coated. You're basically from the shin down. You are. You definitely wouldn't. You definitely wouldn't want to go swimming in it.
Like, I think I'm in my armor.
Ew.
You don't know how deep it is, and it is disgusting. It smells absolutely awful.
Ew. Need to wear some Wellingtons for that. Oh.
So, Seradin, you're a bit smelly, but apart from that, you come out unscathed. Right, so you follow the tunnel. And it, like I said, it gently slopes downhill. And it's you go through tunnels and you go down various steps, and you manage to keep hold of it. You carry on down, carry on westward. It slopes. Most probably, I think you most probably sloped 30 or 40 meters. I need another luck roll, please. Both Lucky and Seradin roll a 5. Okay, this is pretty much as far as you can go from where you were. There may be other routes, but as far as you can go, it's going down. It's going down deeper. deeper than where you are, deeper than where you can go. So you might have to find a different way at this point. But you have an indication as to where it's working its way towards. But it's still moving west.
I think we should try to look for another tunnel then.
Okay, well you might have to do a bit of research on that. But
Yeah.
tomorrow is a working day, so I'm going to be a cruel master and I'm going to crack the whip. So you are having to go to work.
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna hand Lucky the backpack and subsonic imager and stuff, so he can work on doing that while I work and stuff.
Okay. Okay, so well, before you do that, you'll definitely have to do some research. So, while you're off at work, Lucky, my man, I need you to. Do you have any skills based on investigation or research or anything else?
Let me check. I don't believe so. No. Unless I'm hacking into some records, I don't have any base skills on investigation.
You can attempt to hack. You just got to be a bit careful. That's all. Unless you have your own terminal or something.
No terminal, no.
Do you have a data pad?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good enough. When I buy a terminal, I mean something you can just connect to the system. So it could be a tablet or a laptop or whatever. So that's fine. Where are we? So, okay. A moment while my computer catches up. Okay, that's fine. I'll give up waiting for that. So, well, make a hacking roll. Well, in fact, you're not really hacking. You're just researching.
That's the thing.
Because nothing that you're looking for is actually restricted.
Yeah.
So
I'm just like maps of the underground and other tunnels we can maybe use.
yeah.
So what kind of?
Do you? Okay, just make an intelligence roll. That'll have to do because.
Okay.
Okay, so you managed to find another tunnel coming from. Well, you think if it continues to drop, this is as close as you're going to get. This is basically as deep as you can go. Going to take a bit of getting there though, because well, you don't have a guide this time. So that's fine. Okay, Mr. Job, Mr. I've got a job, and Mr. I don't have a job, and I'm not doing anything. What are you doing, Mr. I've got a job? I'll start with you. Are you going to try?
I'm going to work.
Well, yes. Are you trying to push access to the lower level and try and do some mapping, or are you going to try and do some... What are you going to do?
To make friends with someone on the lower level.
When you say friends, how friendly? Friends with benefits, or just I want to talk to you?
Just like going out to drinks or something, just talking about work and stuff.
Okay. Make a charisma roll, not if you want to use your pheromones, you can, but that could lead to further entanglements, you know?
Yeah, I know. I don't think I'm going to.
Yeah,
I think with how the pheromones are, is they should really go off of like emotions. Like I feel like I should do a roll that's if they actually go off well. So I feel like they could go off and affect people, yeah, because I rolled high, but bad.
Yeah, we could do it that way, but remember, it's supposed to be an advantage rather than a disadvantage.
Yes.
So
No. I'm saying that like, I roll high because I have high charisma, so I'm most likely to succeed. But I can still roll low. Like for example, if I got to use pheromones and I roll a 1, it makes sense if it was like, oh, I accidentally gave everyone around me an adrenaline rush and they all hate me now, and they don't know why.
yeah, that's fine. If that's the way you would like to do it, I do not see why we should not do it that way. So,
like high risk, high reward, basically.
So, well, yeah, you definitely ingratiate yourself with some of the guards. You chat to them. The irony is, the guards that you don't see always leave by the front exit. So, seems a bit odd that you've never seen them. But to be honest, they're likely to work odd shifts. So, there you go. But there we go. So,
I asked them like, how do they end up getting their jobs? Like, what training do they go through?
Just security. They'll explain to you. It's just standard security. The corporate sort of boss will give them the training. Most of the security guards come straight out of school. They're not very clever, so they just go into security work. They just work out a bit.
I haven't been to school either. Oh, I've been working out too. I got a gym membership even.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I could be a security guard someday. You guys think you could put in a word for me?
You've got a good job, mate. You don't want hours. Trust me.
What do you mean? You guys just get to stand here all the day. Like,
exactly.
I gotta do like paperwork and make coffees and stuff, and I gotta deal with all this like bureaucracy and stuff. So frustrating sometimes.
Yeah, I know, but it's fucking dull being security, mate. I mean, it really does bore the pants off me. I mean, it really is dull.
You guys get to see some like amazing stuff.
No.
I had no idea about half the stuff they got back there.
Well, yeah, but after a while, that's just more of the same, isn't it? That's the problem. I mean, up to a few years ago, there may have been a chance for some interesting stuff, but these days, dead quiet.
So it's just like nothing going on. You guys just around and guard. Have you ever wondered why? Yeah, if nothing's going on, why they got you guys guarding?
Well, we're guarding what we're told to guard, which is the lower level. I mean, I don't bother about it. They're going to pay me to stand there. They're paying me to stand there.
Being paid to stand places is pretty good pay. Don't got to do much work. Well, do you guys have any advice on how I can help climb the corporate ladder? And I don't know. I don't feel like they really value me too much. It's my job, and I'm just trying to help prove myself better. Trying to go above and beyond, but I also worry about. I'm thinking I'm up to something nefarious.
Right. Okay. So, other than making small talk, is there anything else you particularly want to discuss with them?
I'm mainly just trying to dig for rumors and stuff, trying to figure out a history of this place. How long that they've been working there. Maybe have they seen any incidents of people trying to break in before? If so, what happened? um, like work gossip stuff. So I'm trying to dig for.
Make a luck roll. No. You don't really get much more.
When did they get off their shift? I've always been curious about that. We could like go to the bar or something after.
Right.
I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, your luck's run out really. I mean, you haven't got any, you've got as much information you can from these guys.
Want to like work out after work? Always used to spot her at the gym.
Right. Okay.
Let's go, bro.
Well, so that's Mr. Worker, Mr. Unemployed, and I'm talking to Prism.
Who says he's unemployed? Oh, he is. It's sad. All right, so I found a smuggler's route in and out. That's great. Have I heard from the other knuckleheads? Is one working and one's doing whatever?
Yes,
You haven't-
I'll
Carry on.
probably call Prism and update him on what I've found.
Well,
But it would. Yeah,
no, go ahead.
it probably wouldn't have any effect on what you're doing there.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can't. Why did I roll a d12?
I don't know. I don't know why you rolled a d12.
There we go. I want to roll a d4. Northeast, northeast, south. So I'm going south. I'm like, well, I'm gonna try my luck, seeing if I can't find anything else unusual on the outskirts of Baseland, because my other option, I don't know if it's such a good idea.
So, yeah. So you're on the south side. So make a perception roll.
Damn,
God
son.
damn, you're lucky. You're using
Sep-
that up. You're using that all up. That's never a
Right.
good thing.
I know. It's so sad.
Okay, so, so you're hanging around the outskirts of town.
Yeah,
you're
just
searching around.
Yeah, seeing what I can come up with. By the way, how many credits were taken off of that pass?
Oh, 15,000.
Damn. Okay.
So, after a bit searching, you managed to locate. Can I ask who's got something going on in the background?
That's just lucky. Lucky.
Yeah, that's still
Yeah.
rather odd.
Yeah. Yeah. Little
Like
little feedback. Little something.
Back going or something. Something's hitting your mic.
okay.
That's okay. That sounds like. No, it's back again.
Okay, that's better.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit better, but it's still
It's a little
a bit
wonky.
choppy.
But anyways.
Anyway, that's fine. So, you find, and this is, you you find some tracks which are like a bit odd. I don't expect tracks like that in this area. Motorcycles riding side by side, which seems a bit odd in this area. But when you track them back, you seem to find some sort of camp. Maybe raiders, maybe somebody else.
I'm gonna investigate
camp.
some of my drones and see what these guys are. It's nighttime. Is it nighttime? Is it
Okay, so
daytime?
give me a
Oh, infiltration.
yep.
What do I roll that? I forget. It's what do you want to roll? Perception, speed.
If you're trying to move in, it's requiring stealth, which will make it a physical thing. So yeah, I'll make it. Speed.
All right. Yeah. So the micro drones are going in to canvass the area. Meh.
Okay. So I presume that's what's the 2 plus? Oh, that's a stealth roll, isn't it?
Yeah. The drones should have a bonus. I feel like too. But
They will, but that's still not a
Still-
fantastic roll, even
it's
with
not.
a bonus.
it's not. Now add night variables. No, it's fine. Let's see what happens.
Here we go.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, so that's not so good. So,
For me.
now make a perception roll for me.
Yeah. Perception. Oh my god.
You've got lots of ones coming from you. Right, your drone has been spotted. You are 100% sure. Because as you move the drone about, you keep on seeing the same face looking at you.
Fuck. I'm gonna make it go like straight up. And so it doesn't like trail right back to me, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So hopefully they lose it. And then I'm just gonna send it back down at a different angle. Let's see him hit a fucking micro drone.
Okay.
I got a good
Well,
look
you
at this guy's face.
Yeah. It's there's nothing remarkable about his features.
Like how many
He's
percent-
obviously been out in the desert for a while, so because his flesh on his face is well chaffed and well worn.
Did I see anything interesting in this second I flew through there, or should I just send it back? Like how many people? What do we got? Anything interesting? If I don't see anything interesting, I'm just gonna move on.
Right. Okay.
Excuse me.
So make another stealth roll if you're sending your drone in again stealthily.
It is coming back. No. Shoot up. And then come on back. Now here's better. Damn little drones. I need to like optically camouflage these fuckers now too or something. Starlight, Starbright.
Okay, so you start moving around, sending your drone in, moving around. Let's just see what happens. Okay, that's fine. So it looks like this camp is big enough, holds hundreds of people. Not
Jeez.
low hundreds, maybe a couple of hundred at the most. It looks like there's a lot of tents about. You've also got the largest tent, which is almost the size of a house. So, yeah, and that seems to contain somebody of importance. There seems to be a lot of people queued outside just to try and see him.
Any markings? Anything I'd recognize on these people? Like, are these desert dwellers? Are they wanderers?
Oh, they're definitely desert dwellers. There doesn't seem to be any obvious markings to them.
Can I send a drone close to the tent to see inside?
Make another stealth roll.
curious. That's all. You know, come across a large tent. I want to know who's inside. Maybe some kind of cult guy. That's not so good. Damn it. These little drones suck today. Or this night. I don't know what time of day it is.
God, blimey, not so good. Okay.
The smell.
Fucking little drones. Little fly drones are catching attention.
Don't know why I rolled 2, but the first one will count. That's fine. Someone seems to swat it away as if it's some kind of insect. They're not paying any attention, so they just basically catch it at the periphery and swipe it away as if it's an insect. But at the moment, you don't have anyone using you as a sort of idol to worship or anything. Are you going to continue around the base?
Yeah, one last time. To see if there's
Okay,
anything.
make another stealth
We're
roll.
gonna do
please.
one more time, and then I'm leaving because I don't care. Some kind of religious gathering under a tent. What are they called? What do they call the tent? Fucking yeah.
Rolled
Religious
a 9. That's pretty good.
tent stuff. I don't know. Whatever. This is the last chance. Oh, there you go. You
Okay.
get 11. Nice. Nice. I don't know what that means. So.
Oh, that's their perception roll. So your drone basically begins to move around. He can see that there are larger tents set up that are housing vehicles. And these vehicles have been heavily converted for use in the sand. But they are all armed, and most of the time quite heavily. But they're at the moment undergoing repair.
Much of it. I'm not really into stealing vehicles. Although, these guys is there anything like, how do I put it? I'd be looking out for any human sacrifices, people in chains, slavers, anything like that I see?
There are people in chains. You're not sure whether they're criminals or slaves, but there's no market or anything for them, and they seem to be indentured workers.
See, Prism has a problem with that, but at the same time, they could be criminals. I don't know. If I didn't see anything blatantly obvious, like these guys are bad, they're just like desert guys, I'm gonna move on. We're gonna recall the drones.
Well,
shrug it off.
The one thing that you don't, the encounters are not normally this close to the city, and if there is a major caravan, normally they stop within. They don't normally stop this far away, so you have a feeling there's something nefarious about this group.
There's been a lot of nefarious stuff with the background smuggling. Can I get into camp without being noticed? For the most part,
You can make a stealth roll.
I mean, if I just drove in, that'll probably be obvious. Let's go investigate.
Yes.
I'm going to use my drones, try to have bonuses. We're going to go investigate. We're going to go do some stealthing. What am I rolling? 9. Oh, yeah. Yep. You want a luck check?
Yes, please. Don't roll a 1 again, whatever you do.
Oh, wow.
Oh, jeez. Well, it wasn't a 1.
No.
Okay.
Hold on. Is my luck 12? Can I re-roll any roll with a 12 of luck? Hold on. Let me see. Is my luck 11 or 12? I think I didn't do math correct. Hold on. I had 5 points to use, right? And I used 2 to up perception to 12, which gave me another one in luck, which made it 8, 9, 10. No, it is only fucking 11. Damn. Wait, how many attribute points do I have? Just 5. Okay, so that's all of them. So that's fine. There you go. You got a 13.
Okay, so, okay.
Not stealth
So
and not luck.
No. So, you think you're moving stealthily towards it. You see the guard just, you see him walking around, and he immediately goes, You over there, except it's a very strange accent. What are you doing here? And he sort of levels his gun at you.
I was just
If you
check. What?
if you'd rolled another one, he would have shot you without even asking. But because you rolled a 2, he's going to ask. He's going to ask before he shoots you.
I was just coming to see the guy in the main tent, obviously, with all the other people. I just, was taking the
Right,
scenic
make
route.
a charisma roll, please, because you're clearly lying your arse off.
Yeah, what's my charisma? 9. What's a fucking 9? 9 and 9.
That's all right. Why are you seeing him? He lowers the gun slightly, so he doesn't look like he's going to immediately shoot you.
You
He
know,
says, why do you want to see him?
well, why does anyone want to see him?
That doesn't answer my question.
I'm
And you can
curious.
see him getting a bit twitchy. He's going to get a bit twitchy.
I'm just
See him getting a bit
curious.
twitchy. Curious about what? About who he is?
I shoot him with my electron rifle.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Wow. Let's not enter combat too quickly. Okay. He is wary of you.
This is going south.
So I'm going to give you the surprise action. That's fine. So you can roll to hit him.
Whatever. I'm like, I'm just picturing what in Star Wars or whatever. It's fine. We're all fine up here. How it's whack.
Yeah.
Just crack. I'm like,
That's not.
I got nothing. Whack. Hold on, where is this fucking weapon? I haven't used it in a while. We're not using the MPR on him. That would be sad and bad. Electron rifle. What do I do with my charts? I make everything so easy, and then I can't find them. Stupid. Hold on. I should have met weapons right here, and it's not.
An issue that I was running into with making the posters, because I was thinking, like, I feel like we need one for all the weapons and stuff, and we also need one for, like, all of the equipments and shop items.
I should have asked if anyone else was around, but I'm just gonna fucking just shoot him. He's like a lone guard out here.
You'll need to make a perception roll for that.
That's fine. I'm shooting.
What time is this all happening at?
Is it night still?
No, it was never night.
Oh,
I said
alright.
it was afternoon.
Oh, so it's fucking hot. I'm sorry. I thought I was outside sitting, like watching the sun come down or something. Hold
Well,
on.
No, I'm just saying, is there a possibility he could ask for Lucky or Sheridan to come?
Right. If he'd asked for this before the combat started, yes, but he didn't fucking bother.
I'm like,
So
hey, look
no.
at this camp. I'm gonna check it out. It's not nighttime, which is once again. Remember, I think everything in this. Every time that we're playing, I know you have a whole thing for the day. Day, you don't want to be out. It's like being on Arrakis. You're gonna fucking burn. So I assume
Well, yeah.
everything's at night. That's why I'm like I'm
Well,
sneaking.
it's not at night, but it wouldn't be. It's the mad dogs in English. Only mad dogs in English can go out in the midday sun. So
like
siestas, so that's actually
That's fine.
quite subversive.
I like
Quite subversive text, that is. He took the piss out of the British Empire heavily with that. It was Noel Coward, and he was quite the subversive. He was quite a clever man. Anyway, enough of that.
Hold on,
away
I'm-
from your history
Yes,
lesson.
yes, no history lesson.
So away from your history lesson. You will
I'm
need
just
to roll to
shooting.
hit him
Yes.
first.
Sorry, where is? All right. How do you do this? What is roll to hit? D12 plus some pluses. What is my pluses?
Unless you do a called shot.
3. Well, here's the great thing about my perception. I'm gonna choose. Actually, I'm gonna roll. Actually, all
What's
right.
your
Wait.
perception?
It's
What level
fucking-
are you?
It's 12. So I can make any shot a critical hit, right? Now, can we roll and then say I can make that? I forget how do we do this? Because this is gonna be a critical hit. I'm gonna roll because I don't want to waste it, right?
You
I'm
would,
gonna
okay.
I'm gonna roll and then be like, no, wait,
Before you could
because it's
call where you want it to hit,
well, I
or
mean,
I think you
just-
call it to do critical damage if it hits somewhere it doesn't.
I feel because remember with 12
I
luck
think that's
you
what we
can
kind of landed on.
12 luck you can re-roll any roll. This isn't re-rolling. This is just saying this roll is going to be a critical hit, right? So I don't need a
No,
roll.
you should be able to say I hit someone in the head with 12 perception, and you hit them in the head.
No, you can't do that every time.
No,
That's
just once.
Yeah.
ridiculous.
No, it's
Yeah,
one.
once a
That's
session.
the,
yeah,
the
once-
expending the 12
Yeah,
perception
so
thing.
that's a human perk with a 12. You can only do that once per session. So I could be like, I'm going to critically hit him. But do you roll
Okay, so-
first? Can I roll
Well, yeah.
first?
Well, yes.
But I think
I want you,
we're arguing that you're not
you ro-
able to.
if you roll a 1, I don't care about what your
That's
human luck
fine.
is. I
That's
will
just
allow
fine.
you to ignore the critical fumble.
All right. Well, there we
Okay,
go.
so
My hit,
that's fine.
my hit
you've
really
hit him.
fucking low.
You hit him. So that's
Zap.
fine.
Do you roll damage, or you want to just?
Just roll for damage. Just humor me, just in case you roll very low.
I could. 2d12 times 10. All right. Remember,
I think we concluded that like if you do
So-
end up hitting a spot, you can't like
so damage.
re-roll for where it hits after.
150. So
Yeah.
that's fine. He will.
Remember-
This is non-lethal, isn't it?
Yeah. So remember, non-lethal damage gets divided by armor level,
It's
and then
lethal?
the rest. It gets.
Yeah. Don't
150,
worry.
yeah.
He's armor is not. Yeah, they're not well healed or.
Oh,
well
I thought
organised,
it
so-
No, it.
negated
yeah.
armor.
No.
That's why
it-
you need a shock protection.
No, it will still so your armor level will divide the damage by the armor level, and
Okay.
the rest goes to health.
Yeah. So yeah, that's fine. I mean, he's
Still a lot of
effectively
fucking
unconscious.
health.
So
All right. Anyone see here around to do anything?
right, make a perception roll, please.
Ah. Sorry, hitting buttons. Man, I really need a 12 perception.
Right.
It
Yes,
should
you
be.
actually
Should be a 12.
lots of 12s. Too many 12s, if
That's
you ask
not.
me.
I can't. You know what? There were so many ones last session.
Right. I want you also to make a stealth roll at the
Okay.
same time, because you shot him.
Round. No, it's not a 1. Oh fuck.
Okay. Right. So, let me just see what I rolled. Okay, that's fine. You don't see anybody, and you think you've managed to stealth your way back into obscurity.
It's like Tenchi creeping in the shadows or Solid Snake.
But you're still not in the camp. You're still outside the camp. So basically, he's approached you. You've gone yeah, and he's gone what? And you've gone pow, and then dived back into cover. And you don't think anyone's spotted. So what are you doing?
Is there a place I can maybe conceal the body, or conceal him? So it's
Right,
not
okay.
obvious?
Right, you've shot him from some distance away. He's not next to you when he's shot him. You'll have to do a stealth roll to get to him and avoid being seen. At the moment, you basically popped up, shot him, and then popped back again, and you're hiding. So if he gets shot, somebody might think, oh, he's fallen asleep or whatever. But at the moment, if you start moving out into the open and start moving the body, that will be that will be a lot. That will require another stealth roll, and it won't be an easy one.
I'm going to see my opportunity and show myself out before I upset hundreds of people. I was going to search him and hide the body and then continue, going through all, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to leave. I'm going to leave. Encounter over, hopefully.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Man, I need to.
Like, there's no one else to. I mean, he might remember you because
Yeah.
you shot him, but there's no real damage, so
He'll be
people might
fine.
not take him very serious.
Then-
Well, people will mostly find him and go, "You fell asleep, you cunt! Fuck off!"
Tell
He'll be like,
us-
"No, I got shot,"
tell us
and they'll be
story.
like, "Where's the injury, dickhead?" And he'll be like, "Shit." He had some funky rifle, and they'll be like, "Really? Out here?
That's why I'm.
Really?"
Well, this is why there should be vitals or something.
Plausible deniability. That's all. That's what he's
Just gonna
relying on.
nonchalantly walk back
Does he have
out.
a Fitbit that registered the fall or something?
Ding. Yeah, encounter over. I'm gonna just be like, you know what? I'm just fucking my goddamn.
You know, that'd be so funny infiltrating a place in like Hitman or something, only to like the person fell and that called the police or something because of their
Right.
Fitbit.
I'm
Push their
gonna.
heads down a toilet or
Yeah,
strangle them,
I'm gonna
boot them out of a window. Pooh, ah!
send a message to the other guys telling him. So there's a camp of something out here, and yeah, I checked it out, and not really. And I left.
You get a garbled message that says that, and you're not entirely sure what he means.
Oh, fuck my life.
So, you two are back together again. You lot are all back in the city again. What you? You finished work. You finished doing your researching, and you finished arsing about. So what's happening now?
Gonna do some more recon?
We can do if you want to do some more recon. You can do some more recon. Will you join them or not?
If you're asking me,
I was thinking about
what?
I'll go.
About
Bruh,
what?
what's Prism doing? What's he been up to?
I'm gonna like just casually drive back into the base with these guys. What's up, fuckers?
Okay, so he's there.
Yeah. Okay. Good talk. What are we all doing? Doing more recon?
Yeah, I think
I don't know.
so.
I feel like we've got. Yeah, we can try more recon.
I mean, I found a smuggler's route in and out of Baseland. We might be able to use that. It's 15,000 credits each time we use it, at least right now. And then in the south, I found some kind of hippie camp thing, desert dwellers. I don't know what was going on down there. Don't really care, some kind of preaching.
Cults. It's always cults.
It is probably, yeah, exactly that. Some guy's cult. I don't think there were human sacrifices going on, but I didn't know. I didn't stick around. I just kind of like rushed through. So did you guys like find any of these other entrances? Like I said, I was hoping I found a better, way in, and I got lucky, but obviously it wasn't. I'm just gonna chuckle.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I got all geared up. So I think we're ready to go back, try to continue following the tunnel from the outside.
You know what would be a great help?
I think
If somebody got some drones or something into one of these things, and then it mapped the tunnel automatically, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
you
trying to
could have
find the
al-
entrance.
You
What
could
do you
you
say?
could have given maybe Sheridan one of your drones before they went to work, and they could have tried to smuggle your drone. But I don't know.
I'm
See,
not too keen on the idea
yeah.
of smuggling in a micro drone.
Didn't we think about
I got
this?
sensors and stuff that'll probably pick it up.
Yes, you are pretty sure. Like
Yeah,
I
they
said,
probably would.
this is very heavy security. So a drone would unless it's quite literally minute, then
They'd pick it up.
I
it's going to
mean,
be picked up.
I could just go attack one of their facilities and see what comes out.
I have an idea actually.
You've tried that? Let's not do that.
So sufficiently high enough level of armor could prevent a scan, right? But the issue with going with that route is they would notice a suspiciously high level of armor that they can't scan through.
Yes.
They'd be
they
like,
would.
"Hey, why are you walking into work with a lead briefcase?"
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that might be a
Had
little
suspect.
not really stealth.
no.
Now, if we had a level 5 hacker without
That's
people
why
camo,
we're-
But anyways. So we're just gonna walk around the tunnels and trying to find a.
Well, we're hoping that either we can find an entrance into the tunnel from the outside, either through one of the many tunnels all the way around. There's got to be some, emergency exits or something.
You are going to have to use that equipment again. Continue to use the equipment. So I need an intelligence roll. Plus, if you do have any sort of geography or
Alright.
geology or some equivalent useful skill, then I will allow you to roll that as well.
Traveled.
Not yet. This is how we do it, though. Like, we're gonna learn. Eventually, we'll just put in enough time.
Why don't we just stop and go start relic hunting? Yeah, any ideas? We could do that. We have all the gear. No.
I mean, that's essentially what we're doing, you know?
I mean, yeah, just these relics, you know, can
what-
kill you.
No. Sorry, what role did you want?
An intelligence roll from both of you.
You know, you know.
Yeah,
what
we're
I
using
was-
the.
You know what I was really thinking of doing is going to see our friend Philip, which I guess you forgot about, and having a little chat with him. You know, one-on-one kind of chat.
Yeah, we can do
Ooh.
that. We can go
Yeah.
talk to him. Do you think he knows we're.
Auditor, you mean auditor Phil?
Yeah.
Auditor Phil. I feel like people have forgot about him. I mean, he might be able to, if he's an auditor, get us in, get us out. You know, I would probably say that Sheridan, you don't need to. You might not want to be a part or anywhere near that since he knows you, kind of thing. But you know, I might have a certain reputation amongst the company which they may or may not know about, and I might be able to influence him. You know, get some
I just
information.
need, like, an alter ego. I throw on the armor and he won't recognize me.
You just notice Prism just like looking at you, kind of like, okay. But I say we save that for another time, and let's just continue, you know, exploring the underbelly.
I
of
mean,
Base
yeah,
Hill.
no, I'm always open to getting
Yeah.
something that's gonna get us money. We're gonna need some pretty. Lots of resources, it seems like, to
Well,
get into this place.
If this kind of stuff is in
Mm,
there and we can get that
definitely.
out, I'm pretty sure we can find either a corporate or a black market buyer for some of this. but-
Well, I have an idea.
Oh God. Yes.
I kind of want to see if we can just kind of, tunnel our way in.
What do you, a
No.
mole?
Ooh.
I'm a
Well, we
mole
know
and
there's,
I live
like-
in a hole.
Like hyena? You're gonna dig
Yeah,
a
there's
tunnel
gotta be a way we
before
can,
the
like,
hyenas come?
Secretly dig into the tunnel.
I'm just
Yeah.
listen.
Can I?
Go ahead, Lucky.
Sorry. Can I maybe roll intelligence to see how likely it would be for them to have like tremor sensors
Yeah.
to detect if someone tries to drill?
Well,
That's-
see,
an
no.
extra
Here,
tunnel.
here's where the second part of the plan is we get stuff to cancel out the tremors. But that's like tier 3 restricted technology.
Yes.
Whoa.
It is.
That might not even work.
Well, that goes to another thing I was thinking of. If we could do some other corporate jobs, I could use some corporate points, and then we could start buying some of this shit. But since I'm kind of,
I think we should.
I mean, I'm.
I think we got to use corporate stuff to take down corporations.
Well, that'll make the most sense instead of us digging a tunnel with our whatever the fuck. I mean,
Well, wait, we got the Lucky got the convoy routes and stuff. We could probably intercept one of those for loot.
That's true.
We take a look at
Yeah,
that data
maybe.
and see if there's any coming by tonight, like right now.
Make a luck roll. Whoever's one person
Alright.
gets a luck roll. Not everyone, just one person gets a luck roll.
Why am I drinking?
Hey, if only there
Coca-Cola?
was someone that was really good at doing luck rolls.
I know. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. This is what I'm gonna wait. Lucky? Yes.
Wait.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you
come
go.
on. Oh wait, yeah. there
1
it is.
point off.
For a moment, all I saw was the previous roll.
That's
Yeah.
still pretty good.
Okay, so yes, there is a convoy this evening or tonight. It doesn't pass much through here, but you've got enough time to make a plan if you want to attack.
I wasn't even thinking that far. I was just thinking we'd go.
Okay.
That's even better.
I feel like a plan would be a good thing, though. We might need, I don't know, some vehicles, a truck, everything. And I'm gonna like point my hand over, to the vehicle that's no longer there. Like,
Okay.
We're a little
Let's do this.
short. Like, are we gonna
Give me a
take?
budget. Do we know what the goods are and what our payout could potentially be?
Yeah, it's definitely weapons. I need you to make another luck roll to see what type of weapons they are.
Oh God, that's not gonna be lightly.
I'll do that. Uh,
It'd be so funny if it's just water guns.
Yeah, they're mostly small arms. This one's going to be mostly small arms. So there could be some money involved, but there could also
I
not
use
be.
small arms.
Well, here's the thing. What kind of vehicles are they? The vehicles might be worth more to us than the weapons, but I'm sure they're gonna be.
This is a single truck, and yeah, it's a truck rather than a lorry. And it'll have 2 escorts, 1 car in front, 1 car behind.
Well.
We're
All right.
gonna need a spot that we can ditch the car to transfer off the cargo.
Well, what if we just take
yeah.
the vehicles?
Well, they're gonna be following the vehicles with drones, and we're gonna have to lose them. So where's that gonna be? And potentially, we don't want to lose the vehicle at the same spot that we unload the loot. That just makes it too easy for them to find it.
All right. So you guys are thinking, or
I think we need to rent a truck.
if only we had a vehicle that we didn't blow up, we could have used that. But here's the thing.
No. Why?
need a-
Why do you? No.
All right.
Why? No. We
What?
rent a truck under a fake name or something. Buy a storage unit or something under a fake name,
Mhm.
and we park the car at location B,
Mhm.
and then we have the storage unit at location C, at least like a few blocks away.
Mhm. Is this convoy in or
So
out of
we
the city?
got to. This would most likely be in the city. Well, we could actually load the vehicle probably on the outskirt of the city, but we need to be able to make it so it's hidden so they don't see us unloading from the convoy's car into this rental car.
So we need to get them while they're going under an underpass. I'm gonna say we-
Probably.
Mm,
We just gotta buy a little bit of time so they lose our car, that car going under, and then they're just gonna maybe see a random truck go out that's rented, and they're gonna have no idea what's in it.
Well, I guarantee that the escorts are going to have drones on site, so we're going to have to deal with all those. So here's what I'm thinking. No, can any of us hack? Like, are we any of us good hackers? Didn't think so.
We can hack, but low hacking.
Well, if we,
Only the most basic hacking.
we're able to procure a couple of large vehicles to, use to block said underpass, and maybe if we have enough EM grenades, which, I like, we can.
No, we can't even drive.
I'm sorry, what?
You're the only one that can drive.
All right, so how is this? We're looking to take out a convoy. None of you guys can drive, and none of us are really good hackers. I don't see the shit working out in our favor. Sabe?
Guns.
Yeah, that's
Guns.
fine. What? So you mean we're the
Yeah.
ones with the guns?
We are.
Okay,
Yes,
well,
we have
there's
guns.
still
and
3 vehicles. Those escorts are probably armed to the fucking teeth. and
How?
have
Okay. Yeah.
Vehicle guns.
Well, how much money are you willing to put? How much time do we have until this happens? How much more prep time is there?
yeah, let's figure that out.
You got hours rather than days. I mean, you don't have to pick a
Hours?
recent one. Yes.
Okay, if there's hours, can we potentially set up a roadblock? Let's not
let's-
use
That's why I wanted to. If we could hack a vehicle.
no, we can at least take out the first vehicle, probably with a mine. Put down a minefield.
Mm.
Ion mines, is that what you're something like that? Some kind of EM mines that can take out large vehicles. All right, I'm gonna go
I think we should do EM.
whatever is gonna be the biggest plum. I'll tell you what, I will be in charge of getting the mines. Do we need anything else for this? besides...
KO gas,
Yep, got
EM
that.
grenades.
Yep, got those.
We got to be able to disable both the cars, all the drones, but we need to keep the convoy car able to run so we can drive it out.
So we're gonna have to take the back one out manually. You got any like, you know, ion rockets or
Yeah.
something? You know, something like that. I mean, to hit them with a pulse. I mean,
I got stun rods.
I don't know if that's gonna do it on a vehicle there, buddy. I mean, that's a nice thought, Sheridan. I'll tell you what. Why don't you just, you know, stand in front of them with your charisma and your just energetic, like, whatever you got, and maybe they'll just stop. Maybe they'll just get out. Maybe you could just persuade them to get out and give up. What do you think? You want to try that?
Oh yeah, I just stand in the middle, waving around the
Yes.
stun rods. It'll probably get their attention, and
Yeah.
they'll probably want to like.
Maybe if we put like one of the vehicles to the side and have it like on fire, they'll think that you need help, and they'll see how pretty you are, and they'll just stop. No, they
Well,
probably
I
won't.
don't want to show off my face.
Oh yeah, there is that too.
Take pictures.
So I might have to get some blacked out armor or some shit for you. Anyways, hold on, I'm looking at some stuff. What do we need for this?
Anti-people stuff and anti-car stuff.
Until they come out in their androids or AUGs or Gen 2s. That's fine. That's great. Ion stuff. Where are ion mods?
No. I'm
What?
all electric. So if they throw that stuff at me, we're good.
Where are ion stuff? Are those in here? Ion cannon. See, that would take out the rear. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get that
Well, we can take out the front one with a mine. We take out the rear with a cannon. Then we
What?
can just drive the convoy out.
What cannon? As I recall, we don't have a plasma lance anymore. Oh, I changed it to EM.
That's excessive anyway. We need a ion cannon.
You know what? If I can get one, I will. I'm gonna pick up some EM stuff. You guys work on the vehicles, and I'll see you in a little bit.
So I guess we're preparing the vehicles to go on an underground charge then.
Yeah, basically we're just gonna grab and this part's easy. We're just gonna go to basically a U-Haul or something and rent a truck under Lucky's name or something, and then Sheridan's gonna go and get a storage unit under like his name or something.
Wait, like your real names?
Well, no. We should ideally do fake names, but they might ask to scan our IDs or something. I don't know how to respond to that. I might cave. I don't think it's that suspicious. It would only be suspicious if they scan us and they'd be like, hey, why do they have that stuff? But I don't think... I'm banking on that they're not going to scan some random civilian truck.
20-meter area. No, that's all right. Well, all right. Well, while you guys figure the vehicle procurement out, I'm gonna be going to the weapon guy. What the fuck was his name? Matthew. The pawn shop and all that. That's
Well, now
what
we
I'm
got to
gonna
make
do.
sure that we can find a good location to dump the car.
I'll let you guys
the,
work on all that.
That truck. Well, also, if we continue driving the convoy after we've done the trade-off, it also drives away suspicion. They might not realize the convoy doesn't have the stuff on it anymore.
Wait, who's driving the convoy after we use
Most
EM
likely gonna be
mines
you.
so we use EM
gonna-
mines to disable everything.
No, EM mines on the first.
Uh-huh.
Most likely the first one's gonna get taken out by EM mines, and then they're gonna want to stop driving. Especially if they go in a straight line and we just have one blanket out, they just hit the first one, and that would clear the pathway. But that second truck wouldn't know that.
Okay.
All right. I guess that's our current. Yeah. Going to see Matthew while you guys get vehicles so we can take on a convoy. Sounds like a great idea. Not rushed at all.
Mm.
No, it's fine. We'll be fine. What's the worst
It's
thing?
nice
that
that when alcohol's not involved in the planning process, we can actually plan.
Yes, because that is the best plan. Yeah, we're fucked. Whatever. Whatever. We'll cause some damage to get them pissed. Maybe they'll send that mech after us. Going to the
Well,
pawn
I mean, I'm
shop.
willing to take a risk because, like,
We need some stuff. We can't. Yeah, we need to.
we need stuff. We can take down people. And I don't think they're going to expect us to just intercept a random convoy. Once we start hitting convoys, though, they're going to start, expecting it.
Yeah. That they're gonna look at who took the
Got to do it
information.
right and make sure we get away with it. We want as few identifying features as possible.
Obviously, that's why Prism just looks
Ooh,
at you.
but for
he goes,
that, shouldn't the three of us all get be painted armor?
Yes, and make sure we all look the same, so it looks like we're part of Gentech or something.
Something like that? Yeah, let's do that.
Fucking whatever.
So, okay, well, what? So we
Actually,
can plan
wait,
the
I don't
hit.
even think I need to get.
You
Sorry.
could plan the hit for the next one if you want.
Mhm.
Just
what
put
I'm
a few
thinking.
ideas in the chat.
Yep.
And I'll try and put a map together or something for it.
Let's do
in the
that.
next one.
All right, perfect.
All right.
Let's do that. Sounds good. Thank you for the session.
That's no problem at all. It's a bit bitty at the moment. People
Mhm.
seem to be moving in and out, but I think this next hit should
We'll get that.
Well,
go on.
Cade
Alright.
should be here, I think, for the next session.
Yeah, he's just flying home.
I think he's just not here because he's flying.
He's on an airplane with no Wi-Fi. But anyways, MC, as always, thank you. And
No
it's been
problem at
fun.
all.
Lucky Sheridan. Until next time.
Right, no problem. See you next time. Cheers, guys.
Bye.